murder, capital, really murder. Congratulations, please.
Nurses night out. How are you guys doing tonight? I am loving this. My girlfriend is a nurse, so naturally this is nice for me. Any other nurses here? Yeah? Yeah, it's only for the Middle Eastern guys, I guess. Crap is this? Anyways, for the nurses in the house, thank you guys for all that you do. You put up with a lot of crap. Screw the doctors, am I right? Down doctors? So that you guys take it a little bit. That's okay. So when I actually heard that Sammy Obey would be the host, or rather the headliner tonight, I actually got really excited. So I thought, forget the nurses. It is actually going to be Arab night tonight, baby. Arab night out. So forget the nurses. That's what's up. I am Syrian and Lebanese mixed, as is your headliner. Actually talking to Nick, as he's Palestinian as well. So we're kind of taking over here. But my brother actually saw Sammy perform once, and he came back and was like, "Dude, I just met your doppelganger. It is absolutely crazy." I kind of got sad for a second because I felt like that's such like a white thing to say, like a not Arab thing to say. Like somebody would just be like, "Oh my God, he had facial hair, and he had thick eyebrows. The resemblance was uncanny." Alright, I guess I guess we look alike a little bit, but I don't know. I guess us Arabic people kind of have different things that we have to deal with compared to other races, Like I got 99 problems, about 30 of them are ingrown hairs in my neck. It's disgusting. But for those of you guys that maybe don't know much about Arab culture, I will say we do sing a lot. That's actually kind of funny that he mentioned that. Kind of funny that they actually did meet at a karaoke bar. He was talking to my brother just then, so it's a stereotype, but damn it, it is true. But one of the other things we have is Arabic culture. It's all about family, and everything is about family this and family that. And that's good and all, but the extra attention is a little bit much when you have like the overachieving older brother, and then you have the mom who's practically dying to give love and to be proud, like for the baby. Like she wants so badly, but then it's kind of like, yeah, but you compare everything to the older brother, and it kind of sucks because it's like, dude has his business on lock. So I'll go and complain, and I'll be like, oh God, things are tough, and all they'll say is just, oh, well, Danny, maybe you should try talking to your brother. My dad will be like, oh, Papa, have you tried talking to Shadi? And like, those are my parents. Like, that's their parenting style. Like, lazy ass fools. Like, what the hell is going on? But, I'll go up and I'll be like, my car got stolen out of the front of my house. And yeah, that's a true story. And I tell them this, and they're like, oh my God, Danny, you should talk to Shadi. Because he just bought a Porsche. Mom, just because each of the two stories has a car, it doesn't mean that they're related at all. Like, that just made me feel a lot worse about myself. And there's a lot of expenses that come into play, so, I'm like, God, money's really tight. You know what? Shadi really has experienced that after he bought his house. Yeah, I'm sure he did. But thank God he still owns the other condo. Thank God, indeed. Praise Allah. You got it so good. No, I love them, but I just freaking hate him sometimes. He's here tonight, so if you guys see him, make sure you wish him well on his upcoming vacation to the Galapagos Islands. Because, no reason, just because. So, that's, I guess that's how he that was his wife, I was just choking on something. Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah, so, anyways, not too long ago, I was going through, and I went actually to an open casting call for a movie. Because why not? Because they were looking for someone Afghan looking. And I thought, this could be my big break. I might as well check it out. And if I can be honest with you, it basically looked like Calvin Klein, I know the guy, threw up in a Gucci Emporium. It was the most revolting thing I had ever seen. I basically drove through the lot and I kind of weaved between like the 1990 like BMW 3 Series and like all the Mercedes S-Classes that were there, because they're very nice cars, man, good driving. And I got in there and it was, even for an Arabic guy, it was very impressive. Like, it looked like Xerxes' army getting ready to come down on the United States 300. I mean, I'm Syrian, and I looked and I was like, this is Arab as hell. These guys, their shirts were all like really tight and deep V's. So deep. It was nuts. I feel like, kind of beating up on Arabic people a little bit here, but that's not the case. I think all races kind of have what makes them tick. Arabics are just like any other race. I mean, we might hate Jewish people like a little bit more. But aside from that, we like the rest. Everybody does family and all that stuff. I remember growing up, trying to learn about all the different cultures and trying to learn about, different nations that are around here. And I remember there was a show that really kind of put all the different cultures on display. And you'd think it's an educational show, but it was actually just really racist. The show was Power Rangers. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. Some of you might have heard this, but for those of you guys that haven't, prepare to have your minds blown. Okay? So follow me here. There were three white guys on the show, and they were, of course, the red, white, and blue Rangers. There was the white girl, and she was the pink ranger. I'm sure because that's her favorite color. The ones that I'm very, very interested in, though, there was the black ranger, and if you guys don't remember him, he was the token black guy, basically. He was a black guy dressed in all black, always. He would go and he would, it's morphin' time, and he'd come right down and he'd be like doing drive-bys out of his mastodon. His mastodon was like on 24s. It was really weird. He never really thought anything of it, but dude all of a sudden just bring yourself, fool! Come on to Angel Grove, Angel Grove is the city where all the Power Rangers are from, see, so he repped that very hard. But I think the one that really stood out to me was the Yellow Ranger, and you guessed it, she was Asian, and her name alone was Trini Kwan. So they made sure that you knew she was Asian. Now, does it get worse? Absolutely, it does. So for one, they gave her all these weird things to really make her seem Asian. Like, if you look like in her Power Rangers biography, her hobbies were like a little bit kind of weird. Like she enjoyed gymnastics and she liked ice skating, and she really enjoyed like distributing wealth, and like, she really enjoyed like assemble iPhones and stuff like that. So, I like to do those things. How do they know that one? She loved it, and those were her hobbies, which is a very strange thing of her to enjoy. Now, does it get worse? Of course it does. If you remember, all the Power Rangers had really awesome dinosaurs that they rode around on. I talked a little bit about the Black Ranger with his mastodon on 24s. It's not a dinosaur, but pretty much associated with dinosaurs anyways. The rest of them had like Tyrannosaurus, a pterodactyl, and a Triceratops. So that leaves a lot of pretty cool dinosaurs to choose from. A Stegosaurus, an Ankylosaurus, which has like spikes on its tail and like clubs things. It's a pretty badass dinosaur. Even a Brontosaurus, gentle giant, but it's a pretty well-known dinosaur. They don't give any of that to Trini Kwan. They don't give her a dinosaur, period. They give her a saber-toothed tiger. Now think for a second how hard it would be for a woman with an Asian accent to pronounce saber-toothed tiger. She goes to Morph and she says, how do I fight the bad guy with the saber-toothed tiger? It's not even the dinosaur, it's just the cat. That's all that one. They totally screwed Trini Kwan. It's like they were just messing with her, I think pretty much all that show was missing probably would be like a Brown Ranger, right? And he could be like the token Indian friend, and he kind of runs along with them, come on, dudes, it's morphing time! Apparently you don't need dinosaurs, so he can run up and, he has his little animal, sing it down! he's good in there, but seriously, they could have had a Brown Ranger, they could have been an Indian guy, they could have even given him a dinosaur. They probably still could have messed with him because of the way he talks a little bit. He could have been like, we lost an actor! Because Indian people, you see, they can't really pronounce W's and V's. They kind of flip them, And I don't know, they probably wouldn't notice that. What do you mean? That's really easy. So, I don't know. Power Rangers kind of went their own ways, you know. Yeah, the Blue Ranger, he came out as gay. The White Ranger basically did the same thing, started doing UFC fighting. The Yellow Ranger's dead. Yeah, so she really got screwed. She became a dinosaur. So I have a great time, nurses. I'll give you one to take with you. I saw this one, so don't say I didn't teach you anything. A nurse was depositing a check because it's 1994. Goes to pull a pen out of her pocket. She pulls out a rectal thermometer and says, "Ah, some asshole has my pen." Oh, thank you guys very much.